Hello everyone! She is one of the iconic characters of the 4th generation, known for her multiple appearances in the game to assist the player, but also because her Garchomp has crushed the dreams of thousands of young players, reaching the end of the league. As the first female champion, she continues the long tradition of epic final bosses in Pokemon games. Today, we will embody Cynthia and answer a very simple question. Does she deserve her title as champion of the Sinnoh region? For the 4th generation challenges, we will use the game Pokemon Platinum in the league rematches after the story ends at Stark Mountain. As a result, the level of Pokemon will be much higher than in the previous 2 generations, both for our opponents and our own Pokemon. This allows us to embody a plethora of characters, since the post-game of this complimentary version is quite rich in NPCs. So, we can inaugurate the series, as usual, with the champion. And what a champion! Her first Pokemon is Spiritomb, known for its dual typing with no weaknesses at the time. Its ability is Pressure, and it has 2 stab moves, with the champion's teams being more optimized in recent generations. However, Silverwind is a bit useless, apparently. The next Pokemon is Roserade, which we often see in our challenges since Wally also had a Roselia. Again, this Pokemon is optimized with 4 special attacks, its best stat including 2 stabs. Next comes Togekiss, still a normal flying type. We will notice that it still has Air Slash, a move present in its strategic set in the 8th generation, but unfortunately, it has the ability Hustle, which increases its attack and decreases its accuracy. Since its best stat is special attack, this ability is as useless as Truant on Slaking. Anyway, a flagship Pokemon of the 4th generation, known for being given by Riley, and in Cynthia's team, Lucario is more of a mixed attacker. It has 3 special attacks, but it can still hit physically with Earthquake. We wish it better luck than its character in Smash Bros. Brawl. The only Pokemon in Cynthia's team, not from the 4th generation, is Melodic. It's a classic Water-type Pokemon, with its Water Stab move and an Ice-type coverage move. Finally, we can't forget the famous Garchomp, a Dragon Ground type known for having 31 IVs in all its stats, and the pseudo-legendary of this generation. It's the only one to hold an item, a citrus berry, and its 2 stab moves have 100 base power, making them as powerful as Giga Impact, the physical Hyper Beam. I never thought I'd say this, but Brick Break probably won't be useful on this Pokemon. Anyway, now that introductions are done, make your predictions in the comments. Will Cynthia sweep the league? The first member of the Elite Four is Aaron, a kind of improved scout, since all his creatures are human-sized. He sends out Yanmega, while Cynthia's lead is Spiritomb. With Bug being strong against Dark, switching to another Pokemon is a good idea, so Togekiss is called to battle, first to take the Bug Buzz from the Dragonfly Pokemon, and then to retaliate with a family-friendly Air Slash, which KOs our first opponent. Drapion is sent out as a backup, and we continue to hammer away with our Pokemon, though in hindsight, it would have been wiser to keep our flying type. As a result, the Scorpion hits us with a surprise Ice-type move. His second attempt freezes us, rendering Togekiss useless, so we let it faint to bring in a fresh, powerful Pokemon. We send out Lucario, and with its Earthquake, it can finish Drapion in 1 hit. Following this revenge kill, Aaron sends out Heracross, and with the obvious fighting-type attack, we recall our Pokemon for Spiritomb, who is immune to those attacks. Unfortunately, Heracross's coverage moves include Megahorn, which punishes us in 2 hits, causing Spiritomb to faint. We then call in Garchomp, who kindly uses Dragon Rush to destroy the beetle, and welcome Aaron's next Pokemon. It's Vespiquen, so we send out Melodic to showcase the whole team, and it uses Ice Beam, effective on the Bee Queen, sending her back to her Pokeball. Sizer is the last Pokemon, and with our Surf attack, we can deal significant damage. Unfortunately, its trainer heals it while the Pokemon can finish us with a priority move. Lucario is recalled to finish the Steel type with Aura Sphere, which, for the record, is not its signature move. The first member is down, and we can already see Cynthia's power. It wasn't an optimized battle, and even so, we had no trouble defeating the Elite Four member. Garchomp was still in reserve, a sort of insurance policy if any match in this league went south. So, we move on to the second room. The Elite Four member is Bertha, and as we can see from the room, she specializes in ground types. Her first Pokemon is Whiscash, and since we're used to Wallace's and Emerald, we anticipate Earthquake and switch to Togekiss. The idea is to bring Roserade into battle safely, so we attack with our Fairy, who would have won its duel against the fish. But with its HP in the red, Bertha will probably try to heal it, making it a good opportunity to switch in Roserade. Its Grass-type attack makes quick work of the opponent, and good old Gliscor is sent to help the team. This is a good opportunity for Melodic to come in, and its Ice-type attack can handle the ground-flying type. Bertha deems it wise to send Golem as a backup, so we continue with Melodic, who has a Water Stab move to traverse the oceans. The same goes for Rhyperior, which we can take out with a single Surf. The match would have turned into a rout if the next Pokemon, Hippowdon, didn't resist our attack. So we take a Rock Slide, which finishes us off. But we have a Pokemon that can one-shot the hippopotamus, and it's a plant, which participated earlier in the battle. Victory is ours, and this time with only 1 Pokemon down. The 6, 0 was possible, but we won't humiliate the Elite Four that we'll face a few more times in future videos. On to the third battle, and it's Flint who stands in our way this time. He sends out Houndoom, so it seems wise to bring in Melodic to tank its potential stab attacks. Once on the field, it can launch a Surf, which finishes the Pokemon in one hit. 1, 0, back to the center, and Infernape is called out. The Thunder Punch we receive hurts, but isn't strong enough to take us out, so we finish the monkey with a water move. Rapidash is sent out to revenge kill its partner, and since it's faster, but uses a 2-turn move, we can switch to Garchomp without too much worry. Besides resisting the attack, it can launch a Carnage. As with Earthquake, it one-shots Flint's entire team, which couldn't put up any resistance and thus is 6-0 according to the rules. Cynthia is sweeping through her Elite Four, which isn't surprising since we know that non-monotype teams have an easier time in the league. So we can already go face the last member of this league, a certain Lucian, who has Psychic-type Pokemon. Starting the battle with Spiritomb, which is a good chance, we can spam Shadow Ball and easily take down the opponent's lead. Espeon is called for the next battle, and unfortunately, it outspeeds us. We can't one-shot it, so it finishes us off with a Bug-type move. We won't despair and bring in Lucario. The idea here is to use a physical attack to quickly take out the Psychic-type Pokemon. Done in one hit, and Galad is then called in as reinforcement to remind us who's the boss here. Fortunately, Earthquake is a critical hit, and we survive its attack, but hoping to KO the Pokemon with another attack, we fall short and Gallade wins the duel. No worries, Garchomp is here, and in 2 Earthquakes it takes down Gallade before welcoming Alakazam. Similarly, Earthquake is an excellent move to dispose of the first-generation Pokemon, and Bronzong is called to catch up with the battle. This Steel-type Pokemon has the ability Levitate, which allows it to avoid our Ground-type move. So we'll prioritize our other attack, which has relative effectiveness, allowing our opponent to finish us off as we mess around a bit. Roserade will try to make up for it, but its Shadow Ball isn't powerful enough, so we'll need to find another solution. For that, Melodic comes back, and with a Surf, we win the battle. There you have it. Unsurprisingly, Cynthia truly mastered her Elite Four, answering the question. Yes, she deserves her title of champion. Her Pokemon may be slightly overtrained, but the fact that they are of different types shows just how balanced Cynthia's team is. I hope you enjoyed this little challenge and that you love the 4th generation. So, which trainer do you want to see next? See you soon for new challenges. Au revoir.